Pretty good one too, feel like.
Oh yeah.
Look at this, boys. And gamma cats who got him right on the top of the mouth.
That's a good fish right there.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's a nice one right there, Charlie.
Yeah, it'll work right there. Got it just where I can't get my finger in his mouth, and I respect those gamma catsus too. There you go, got him.
Look at that.
That'll work. He is a chunker Kentucky Lake largemouth.
You talk about healthy.
You want to learn about a new crankbait called the Little John Deep Runner? Join us right here next on Fishing University on Versa. What about that, John?
Yes, sir.
Another one of them Kentucky Lakers. Hi, sports fans. I'm Charlie Ingram, and welcome to Fishing University. Today we have with us John Cruz, professional angler on the Bass Elite Series and president of the PAA, Professional Anglers Association. But more importantly, he designs crankbaits for the Spro Corporation. John, you got a new bait there that's really neat. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I've thrown deep crankbaits quite a bit, thrown a bunch of different baits, kind of taken a little bit of everything and created a completely new model. There's nothing out there with the bill angle like this, with the body size like this, and there's nothing that'll quite cast like this in my opinion. We've got the soft tungsten weight transfer system, so it'll cast a country mile, and it's got a nice swim to it, and it hits the bottom and digs, tracks straight back to the boat. So it'll get real deep, and it's not overbearing to crank. It's not super hard to crank. So it's a crankbait I'm super proud of, and glad I can put my name on it.
John and I are going to be testing this new lure on Kentucky Lake, where Big Sandy River meets the Tennessee River at Buchanan's Resort.
There he is.
Really?
Yep. Feels like a good one.
Got shoulders on it now.
Feels like a good one right there, buddy.
It does.
Look at that. Look at that. 2 in 1 cast, baby.
Look at that. A double. One on each hook. God, let one of them come off. Both of them come off.
Oh.
That was pretty darn good, though. Throw the buoy marker out. Throw the buoy marker out.
Oh.
Just throw it over to the other side. That's all right, yeah. Talk about this bait a little bit, John. I noticed you can cast it so far, you got to have a pair of binoculars to see it. It casts really well, doesn't it?
It does. You know, there was a number of things I wanted to accomplish with this bait, and I think we pretty much hit them all dead on, at least as far as I'm concerned. I wanted it definitely to be able to cast a long ways, and with that, you know, you add a little more weight to the bait so that you make it so it, you know, slowly floats off the bottom, which is important, I think, for catching more fish. It lets that bait hang out in their face a little bit longer. You can get it a little bit deeper by adding that weight to it. And I also wanted a bait that would dig in the bottom. When I say dig, I mean a lot of deep crankbaits, when they hit on the bottom, they'll flip over or they'll kick off to the side, and they're not as productive. But this bait has a tendency to hit the bottom and stick to it like a magnet when it's just digging along the bottom and just comes along straight and comes up over rocks and just goes right back down. So that's those were everything I wanted to get in it, and it gets pretty deep too, which is the other factor.
Got him on that big Little John. Look at both sets of hooks in that one, John. That's what you're looking for right there, buddy. You need to look at this real close. Come here, buddy. He got him good. Yeah. One important thing about fishing those super sharp hooks is the fact that when he bites it, usually the other one will reach around and get him in the side of the face somewhere. And that way, you always get them in the boat. Well, John, you know, the first time I saw one of the baits you had designed, it sort of looked like an East Tennessee bait. This bait really is kind of unique on its own, but you've got the thing covered pretty much not from top to bottom, but pretty shallow to bottom, right?
That's right. Yeah, we've got 3 crankbaits. The original Little John, it runs down to about 4 feet. It's, you know, real good in that 2 to 5 feet range, and then they got the MD. We added that. It's got the same body size as the Little John, but it runs real well in that 5 to say 8 or 9 foot range, and then this bait works real well in the 10 to 18 foot range. So we, you know, if you like fishing 2 to 18 feet deep with a crankbait, one of these 3 should do you. There he is.
Hey, that right there might have some shoulder.
Got a little wiggle to her.
That right there's a little better one. According to the pole and the most. Yeah, there you go.
Yes, sir. That'll definitely hunt. That's what you call a mouthful.
I thought the pole was bending pretty good.
Yes, sir.
Well, sports fans, we hope you enjoyed watching this as much as John Crews and I did making it. I want to thank Spro for building this great John Crews crankbait. It's a Little John Deep Diver. We look forward to seeing you right here next week on Fishing University.